period, 2020, August 24th, 14:23 p.m. New line. It was so bad, in fact, that there was the radical population drop in Rome after the crucifixion from 30 AD to 350 AD. Rome had a population drop of about 97%. It went from a population of several million, about a million, 2 million citizens, and about 6 to 10 million slaves and merchants and comers and goers from Rome who may or may not have been citizens, period, to you have from 20 to 50,000 people in Rome. By 400 or 500 AD, you have a couple hundred to a couple thousand, maybe as many as 15,000 people, and a city that used to have a population of 2 to 3 million citizens, period. Now, a pocket of the descendants of Romulus went to Mecca, and then there's a whole setting up. One of the descendants of Romulus would be Muhammad, and his descendant Fatima, who then came back to Rome at 640 AD and did a whole bunch of stuff. And the evidence of those battles are clearly evident, but the acknowledgement of those battles are clearly not evident. Period. Oh, armies came out of nowhere between 630 and 650 and tore the place up, but we don't know who they were. We don't know why they were here. We don't know nothing about nothing. We see nothing. We know nothing. We see nothing. It's all good, but our city was half destroyed. The Lake Nemi ships were entirely obliterated from the waterline up. They sank. Several of the major buildings of the Forum were obliterated. Down to their foundations were obliterated, even though they had been buildings that had been in existence for hundreds, if not 1,000 years, 1,200 years, 1,400 years. They had been fine and dandy, no problem, everything's cool, and they're gone. Period. No explanation as to any of it. All of a sudden, gone. Period. So there's all kinds of really, really uncool stuff, and at the same time, Fatima is killed in Mecca, no body. Muhammad's body disappears. So Muhammad and Fatima disappear the same night. About 10 to 50,000 of their followers, troops, and such also disappear at the same night. And Abu Bakr goes, "Where'd they go? I don't know. Where'd who go? I know nothing. I know nothing about nothing. Everything's cool. Don't worry about it. We see nothing. You see nothing. And by the way, if you question this authority, I'll kill you happily. Period." What does this have to do with the resurrection of Jesus that happened 600 and some years before? Well, the answer is that Fatima and Muhammad were trying to do. Fatima wanted to do the same ceremony to resurrect her father that was done with Jesus. Period. And her assumption is that if I first take him out of Mecca to the pyramids and we repeat the Memento Mori ceremony at the pyramids, I could resurrect him. That didn't work. Then IWNW and the city of Heliopolis, which had been moved out 600 years before, right before the crucifixion, Caligula had moved IWNW and the Heliopolis out of Egypt to Rome, specifically to the marsh area to the direct west and a little bit south of the Vatican Hill, and there's a garden between the marsh and the hill that he parked those boats, the ships that contained the cities there. Period. Massively complicated. And he did this approximately at the same exact time that the crucifixion happened. Period. Within a very short amount of time, either days, weeks, months, or within a couple of years of the crucifixion, that's when those ships finally arrived after 15 plus years of work of dismantling those twin cities, those Janus cities in Egypt, putting them on some of the biggest boats that had ever been constructed by the Romans, and then moved to Rome and then put in that converted over marsh into a dry dock period. So this is all going on at the same time.